What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest. Listen, this is a singer, a DJ, plus 15 plus albums, and he gave you that big, massive song a couple years ago, Princess Gone. You know, we have in the building today, we have Jah Mason in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Yes, Honorable, give thanks, All is blessed. We're giving thanks for life and life surrounding. I mean,
You understand. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Entertainment Report podcast tonight.
Yes, sir.
You get it. On this podcast, we like to go right from the beginning and then bring it right up to 2022. So my first question for you is this. Where did you grow up in Jamaica, and what type of child were you?
Well, I was born and raised in a parish called Manchester, as you know, and like any normal children, I mean, my family wasn't rich, but we was rich in love and, the whole thing, the whole love and giving and kindness and making us comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But, afterward, we get to find out that it's not really money that makes you rich. That's because people think it's money that's rich, but, it's your way of life. Life is the richest thing. So, I mean, that's the riches.
Got you 100% there. And even Manchester, that time, the area you grew up in Manchester, what was it like that time when you were growing up?
Well, me grew up in the 70s, and it was like, it's different from now. Because, I mean, things was more easier and you could get around, you know what I'm saying? Although I said my family wasn't really wealthy, but, it was totally different from now, when we view now and back then. Because, the traditional vibes that we hold, like where we from, the indigenous thing, my family, we farm, we plant things, and these are the things that me personally, I never depart from.
So farming was a part of your background for as long as you could remember?
Yes, farming was like one of my limbs on me. You understand me? It's like, if you are from where I'm from and you don't farm, you're not from there, or you're not with us, or you're not, you understand me? It's like that, but not exactly, but it's like that.
Mm-hmm. Got you. When you grew up in your house, so you grew up with both parents in the house, or just mom or dad, or what was the situation then?
Well, when I was like maybe 10 years old, my mother and my father separated, as you would say. That's the word we use in Jamaica. But life was still okay because there was a communication there. Because as I said, now is different from back then. Because back then, I was still communicating with my father while my mother and him was separated. But then that wasn't an obstacle for growing a child, the family I had. And it wasn't an obstacle growing us without, I said, the father present at home with my mother. Because my mother had another husband after. And but we still survived because I was communicating with my father and everything was up. And, it was like he was still there. So, I mean, as I said, now and then it's totally different. No, you couldn't look at it that way because it's more complicated. This era. I don't know for other people, but for me, the way I see it in my, environmentally speaking, in my environment, people around me, not even, because, we see other people's mistakes or what you would say, difficulties, and then we learn from it. So I mean, that was like, for me, that was normal, because we got over that and look where we are now. I mean, you know what I mean?
That's good.
It's like, so you cannot say, oh, I regretted. Because we were kids. We don't have no control over certain things, like big people things. We are not, you know what I'm saying, in control of it.
For real.
The creator is, nature is, the universe is. You understand me? So,
Not you.
yes, I mean, we leave that to, to who can give an answer for it.
Got you. So even back then, what were your parents into? Were they hustling? Were they working? They had a profession. What were they into at that time there?
Well, my parents, my mother, yes, as I said, we plant, we grow. She used to go to the market, and after, when I was like 15, 16, my mother went to the States. Yeah, so I mean, from that, it's like teenager growing up, and the whole thing. And it goes on and on until there was a door open for me for entering the music industry. And I went to Kingston when I was 17 years old. And I linked up with Junior Reid.
Hold on. We're almost ready for that, but we're not ready for that just now. Got a couple more questions before we even get to Junior Reid situation. Got a couple more before we get there. You know what I mean? Because you're saying your mom, she was planting and stuff. Was your father also a farmer too, or what was he doing?
Most definitely, because my dad is from Manchester also. Yeah, he was a farmer, an all-time farmer.
And then now you've seen your parents farming and stuff. What did you want to get into when you grew up? Do you want to become a doctor, a farmer too, a lawyer? What did you want to get into?
Well, I mean, as time goes by, when I went to secondary school, and we concerts, etc. Picnic as them would call it, and I mean, we're vibing and it's working. And I remember my first concert that they called me on the stage. That time I think I was like 10 years old. And I won, the bag of 3 sticks, them, the big pack with the like 25 in it or 50. I won at that, my winning a thing. Yeah, man, and I knew it was coming though, but it's just to get to the real where I wanted to get to, to get to the door. But that's where it started,
That's where it started. So it's always music was something growing up that you wanted to get into?
Yes, that was embedded in me. Yeah, because all the concerts, all the gigs, all the, I was called upon. Yeah, even when I went to secondary school, as I told you, I was singing in class, my friend, then beating the bench. And the whole saga.
And artist-wise, which artists were you looking up to that time? Say, you know what? I love their style. I want to try out something like that. Which artist really fascinated you back then?
All right, to be honest with you, back then, as a household name, my mother used to play like Bob Marley, Peter Touch, and some different people, some different music, like, them American thing, them, what you call them? Them Kenny Rogers and them something there, them thing there. That was what I was hearing, because my parents was very strict. When I went out to like a party or a dance, I had was to sneak out the house to go. because she was more protective, not possessive. More, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't want you to get in no trouble. And but then I was listening, like that era was like Tony Rebel them and Garnet Silk them arise and all of the bigger folks them there. And then when I went to the city, because them time they have a paper named X News. I don't know if you remember.
Of course, you remember X News.
Yeah, so I saw, we going back to the Junior Reid story now. I saw Junior Reid have an ad say he's looking for talent, and he have this, you can go and you sing your demo. You have a rehearsal thing that you go and so the first time I see it, I say, hey, me I go to town Saturday, after school Friday evening, me I reach a town. Because I was already knowing about Kingston because my family lived in Kingston, and I had family in Papi, in Portmore, all over. You know what I'm saying? In the city. So in my head, I'm like, if I go to Kingston, I can call my family and I can. But then I didn't even have to do that because when I went to Kingston, I got town as a bald-head youth, and go around to Junior Reid. And then the first time he put me in the studio and he tell the engineer, Pete, listen to him at my ear, man, and tell me what's wrong with him. And the engineer came out and said, Father, he bought it. I said, Junior Reid he didn't even listen to me. His engineer was telling him that, the bridging is good and on. So Junior Reid was like, okay, tomorrow when I come, man, everything good. You can stay.
Okay.
Because the engineer gave him the green light. And that's where it started. My first professional single, 45, was recorded there at JR, Junior Reid, JR Production, Junior Reid label.
Selassie?
Yeah. Which is that.
Okay, so then there's 2 dates that I see come up for Selassie. I see either 1991 or 1995.
Yes. No, it's originally 1991. Maybe it was re-released 1995 because 1991, we're doing the thing and, it's, you're improving, you're growing.
So, okay, so it's really 1991 is when the song.
Yes, exactly. Was when that song was recorded.
Because you're saying when you got to Junior Reid, you were a ballad and stuff like that. So what made you sing a song like Selassie at that time there?
Because I'm around the rest. Remember, I went there and it was an audition for me. And after, Junior Reid said, you can stay. He said, yo, man, you can stay, man. A JR camp you in that now, Junior Reid label. So I have to give thumbs up for Junior Reid because him is the one who, like, he motivated me. He urged me. He gave me the courage, like, and me go there and see the Bubba Shanty them come around but me as a youth, me already had this Rastafari spirit within me, but I wasn't like theory. I never had it. You know what I say? So I never really know the basics. But then I'm around people who know the basic, so they could have hand down the knowledge and share knowledge. And you know what I'm saying? It goes on and on, knowledge, wisdom, we experience. You understand me? So it goes on and on. We learn a lot and met a lot of people and share books, we share thoughts, we share ideas. You know what I'm saying? So that was it. We grow and we evolve.
From that time, because I know that song was recorded under not Jah Mason, Perry Mason at that time.
Yes, because I never had the name Jah Mason yet because I've been telling you I never start growing a locks yet. So now it's like I'm growing now. You know what I'm saying? So as I grow, I learn. You know what I'm saying? And as me said, Baba Shanti them did it with the knowledge. So it's been adopted because, you know, that's what I needed, you know. So, I mean, yeah. And
Did you record any other songs under the Perry Mason name?
yes, at Junior Reid, but maybe wasn't released or don't even know. But
Yeah.
after a while, and man start grow them locks now, I went one day, I went to meet Capleton. So it's totally a different thing now. So it's from one adoption as Junior Reid adopt me, then me go meet Capleton, then Capleton adopt me. Because then it becomes David House. Now, you understand what I mean? I said the first time I meet Capleton in a key, me sing for like 2 hours straight in that. Yeah, man, cause the king I said, yeah, man, we here on next one again, man. And I love the vibes. You know them way there vibes, you know? It's a vibes, man, you know. And yeah, man. And you know, it was strange because the morning I met Capleton, I had the same man in the Garnet Silk incident, you know? And it's Junior Reid who took me to pop in. Yeah, because we drove up there like they was gonna have like a meeting, a reasoning, you know, what went on because it was a sad moment, and you know me I say, and even me didn't understand what I want. I mean, you know, but as I said, it's like Junior Reid for me is like in the music, that's my starting, my kindergarten, and then we go link up Prophet and the university. You understand? Because for me, David House was more like a university because knowledge increase and you know the whole thing. As we say, we share reviews and we learn and we share the knowledge and we, you know what I'm saying, doing the right things.
Right there. So even Capleton, did you purposely go to link Capleton or Junior Reid introduce you to Capleton? How did you
No,
even make
man.
that Capleton link?
No, man, I purposely went up there because Junior Reid tell me he's going up there and I said, I want to go up there. I want to go and link. You know? And he was so kind. He tell me, yeah, come link up at David House, man. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. And as me tell you, the first time I got David House, the man, them now want me leave. Just automatic. Become, because I love them man, they show and them man, they share, you know, them man, they, you know, the togetherness and the well-being and, you know what I say, you know, like, bro, the whole duty of Rastafari, you know? Yeah.
So
That was
when you
there. I saw that there when I went there, you know? Infant been cared for, sick nourished, homeless shelter, age protected. I go see the whole of them things, then it's like, I'm like, whoa, you're something for that. You know? And until we grow now and we can do these things for people and to people, you know, what's needed, you know, and the way of life, the way of Rastafari, you know.
because
So it
even
was
at that time,
yeah.
because Capleton was basically closer to your age more than Junior Reid, because Junior Reid was a real
Yes.
bigger man. So
I
you're
know that.
liking these vibes here, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And I go there and I met the other brethren. Like I met Jah Cure, military man, all of them, because it was like, as me say, we were like a university student. In David House is like the university. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it was greatness. There's no regret. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give thanks to Prophet too, because he teach me a lot of things, even about the industry, ways to approach it, ways to, cause he's a man where him teach you things, you know. Yeah, the man there teach you like the technical part of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might have things to say, but regardless, the king are the king still, and we have to give him glory. You know what I mean? I say, on behalf of me, I don't know about somebody else, but Prophet is a youth, yeah, you know? Yeah.
those times there. So even when you said you said Military Man was there, Jah Cure, a couple more people were there. Who did you really link with as a brethren taking on the road those times there? Who you met a day
Well, well, I mean, and Jah Cure used to take on the road still in a king.
Mhm.
I mean, any new Jah take on the road still. Everybody know that. But after he had his case and he go to prison and back, it was like a different person. You know what I'm really? Because you know how it go when you go to prison and you spend a long time. The thing is like, it changes. I mean, and it changes the individual also. That don't mean me and him no link or nothing, no, but you don't know the flexibility change because I was doing my thing while he's there and him come out and him have to go adapt to get him thing done. And you know the thing go already. I mean, but we still here and life goes on and we never stop what we're doing.
Mhm.
That's it.
For sure. So
Yeah.
do you record for African Star at that time when you were over by Capleton too?
Yeah, man, my record for African Star, man, because even African Star, he booked me for a couple of shows because David House was the first show. I got my first show in David House with the old David House, like Capleton fly like 30 away on a plane, King. I think it was a private flight also.
Mhm.
Cause the first time we fly to Bahamas. I mean, I tell you, so like 30 a week, King. Cause remember the band member is there too, you know, and the artists, them, you know, we have the liquor youth, and you can name it. You have Jamalo, Jalando, and you have Military Man, Jah Thunder, Jah Mason, Josephi, Reggie Hammer. Just name out the man them, Jah Cure. Me not done call name yet, nothing. And me a talk about the manager them too, another.
Mhm.
And them time the prophet I travel with 2 chefs. You understand what I say, King? So I mean, the thing was like, cause it was like a Caribbean tour. Cause when we go Bahamas, we left Bahamas, we go St. Lucia, we go St. Kitts, we go Tortola, Barbados, and then we come back, Jamaica. That was like our biggest thing back then for us, you know? And for me, going on the road with Capleton them times, it was a big thing for me because I was young and people was requesting me in Europe by myself, requesting me like England, boom. Them one would fly, come to the show. And them time a cassette, you know, King. High bias cassette, you know, it was cassette. I remember I used to record a 24 track back then. Now it's a different thing when you go in the studio. Sometimes some man call me for a record, and room him there nowadays, and then now him have a laptop and in bed. Nothing wrong with it.
With unlimited tracks though. Unlimited tracks.
That me I tell you, King. Yes, I mean, time has changed. You know what I say? But I mean, we as individual, we're not really changed from that thing there, you know, me personally, you know, it's me. But I might age and you know what I'm saying, we're clothes and they look different. But I mean, it's the same message, but with an art. Because we never stray from the message. Because the message is the message.
And that's what it really comes down to there.
That's where it come down to. You see me? That is it.
When did Sizzla get involved with this whole situation here now?
It's the same time, right after me, because Sizzla, right after me, because remember Sizzla was in school. Well, I remember I was going to the studio. I see Sizzla coming to the studio in his school uniform. I remember all these things there. And then, you know, we hear about Sizzla and Sizzla linked up to David House. It was like all a family thing, you know what I say? Then, he knows still, you know. I mean, it's family. Because family say Rastafari back then. We say family. One love, one brotherhood, one, you know what I say? So, I mean, only now the thing kind of look different denomination and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, but we don't really get into that right now. I mean, the thing is, let's live and help who we can help. And, you know what I say? Just do the right things.
For sure.
That's where it
Because
is.
I remember seeing a picture with Sizzla on the guitar. You were standing there. I
Yep,
think Jamarlo.
definitely.
The
And Jah
the
Cure
next
was
one
there
was
too.
yes. You remember
Yes.
that day when you guys took
Yeah,
that
man.
picture?
Yes, I remember that day.
What were you guys doing that day there?
Well, Sizzla come to link us early in the morning. One thing with Sizzla and him is that early morning, like to pop up on you like 6 o'clock early in the morning, even before you wake up. Sizzla is like that. You come, wake up. Yo, Sizzla is, yo, it's a youth of love still in a car. Yeah. Be a love and joy for them youth the same way. It's a youth of love and respect I and I to also, Yeah, man. Because, sometimes I'm calling and say, yo, Mason, want some vegetable and something in our city, We all deal with star. Yeah, man.
Because
And
I even remember a show that you guys were on called, I think this was called Conscious Vibration. This was Capleton, Sizzla, all of you guys. And what I remember the most from that show there was when you guys were giving them a thing called 1-2, like a 1-2.
I know which show you're talking about. It's called Rasta Revolution.
Yes. Big show. That's
Yeah,
one of those
that was
classic
one of,
shows where you seen the whole of the, because remember in Jamaica at that time there was two times Rasta was really took over the music.
yes, that was
First
one
time
of
with
that's the time. Rasta
yes, but there was the
Revolution.
first one with Kilpatan and Bojo, and then the second wave was
Rasta
you,
Revolution.
Sizzla, Jah
Yes,
Cure, everybody
definitely.
just took
True
over
king.
at that time there.
Yes, sir.
You guys are doing enough stuff these times here. So then when did you actually get back into the studio and start to actually put out a next song now?
Well, as I said before, remember, I'm in David House at that time. If a producer come to David House to link profit, they recognize me and they want me on the track also. And you know how it goes. And then finally, me and Jah Cure went to Beres Hammond and we start recording. And then that was I went to Tony Rebel first. And I did some recording with him because he's my family, in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I think he's your cousin.
Yeah. And I did a lot of recording around there, did a couple of tracks well, and also went on a tour. I went on a tour to Europe with them. My first tour in Europe was first tour, but I already been to Europe already on single shows. But the first tour was with Tony Rebel, Flames Production. Yeah.
So you were a part of the Flames crew at one time.
Yes,
That was Tony Rebel, I think Lee Bang Ali, Everton Blender might have been in it.
But listen, I was still a David House member. But you're touring with someone, you become family same way. But that don't change me being a David House member or a David House artist. It no matter who me go around. He was.
Yeah. So okay, so you went on tour. The first tour you went on in Europe was with Flames Production, Tony Rebel. Did you actually get any hits out of Flames Production at this time here?
Yeah, man. You have one big rhythm where Tony Rebel lead off me, man.
Black Cinderella?
Everybody money them a run down. Why them really come out down? Judgment and them no look to this. Tell me anybody money them a run down. Them really come out down. Judgment and no them no. And me I laugh their judgment. Yeah, man.
I remember that. To me, that was one of your big dub plate street type of songs that really started to bubble.
Definitely. Because when I went to Europe, that was my hit at that time. I didn't have Run Come Love Me Tonight and all those songs. It was like Money Them a Run Down, Celestia, I Hear Me, I Call, and a couple other songs. But I had a lot of songs that was unreleased because I was that kind of artist. Like, even if I had like 7 songs released, I have like 30 more songs that I could perform, deliver. Because the funniest thing, when I went to Europe with Tony Rebel, they made me open the show. And if the last part, listen up, when Tony Rebel is closing the show, you know what they did? they call me back and because them, you know, them a do that gathering thing. Everybody come back on stage. But when me come on stage, whenever I tell the people, I'm a cousin, they got everybody, you know. But me, I was promoting myself that time. It wasn't like I was overworked or no. Whenever I look on it, them really like how some youth that look on it. Nowadays, no, they're not do them things nowadays. No man not promote nothing. No man, you want to promote him oneself. So the industry has changed. I thought our way, the Jamaica way, how we learn the thing has changed a lot.
For sure.
You know, and if we never really print our name out there in the globe, it would be difficult. I'm never give thanks to the social media and the things then, and even the people and what it already knows already, because I mean, the way the thing is going now is like, we have to even give thanks to ourselves, King. Because it's an important monument in this industry to save and preserve what's left. I understand, because the elders, them who went before us, they did their part, their fair share. You know, and now the thing has changed, like, they use them. To be honest, because I'm not scared to say, nowadays youth them more glorified guns and, you know, more material things. And it's not like we don't deal with material and we don't deal with certain things, but we don't glorify it. Because life is more important than, there are a lot of issues in life that's most important, more than sex, drugs, or money, or material things. But maybe, because I don't want to judge, maybe we don't take the time out to, you know, minister these things to the people. Because even if a man has seen about certain things, you know, he's supposed to still come and like do the right thing that he know he's supposed to do, like.
So even if you have 5 gangster songs, you're allowed to have 2 cultural ones, one girl, one on one. You know what I mean?
Don't make it look like you go down that way, then you go one side way, and then you end up on, you lean down on one part and end up down there, and you're down in the hole now and want somebody to take you out, because it's crazy now the way the thing is going.
Yeah, crazy.
Because it really, a long time I don't hear even the government saying, it's years I've never heard the government say they're banning a song, or it has to be like real ridiculous.
We're gonna get into that ban situation, because something came up 2 days ago that we're gonna talk about. I just want to finish your tour, and I got some questions for you. Don't worry. So you came back off your tour. So how did you and Jah Cure now link with Beres Hammond to go record this song, Run Come Love Me? Because this is Beres we're talking about.
As we tell you, Jah Cure is one of the finest vocalists, and, you know, Beres heard about him. I don't know how he linked with Beres, but he was the one who brought me to Beres, because at that time, Beres Hammond never had no studio yet. He was recording around a Akiwak, around a Sill, at a near around a Jack Scorpio around there, something if you know around that part there. Yeah, so that's where we went. Even back then when I was going around there, I used to see Buju Banton come around here because of the link of Beres also. You know, a musician will link anywhere and everywhere. So that's where we did that recording, that Run Come Love Me Tonight song. Yeah. And we did a lot of other recordings around there too at that place, at Sill. So after linking with Beres, then we start linking with other people, like other people see the thing and them like it, them respect it, and Vikings production, I start doing some, that's the manager of Romain Vergano, and we start doing some albums for Vikings production, and start working with Korean now, as it goes on now, you know, we had to do some work with the Chinaman now, you know. Jamaica, them from Korean production from Oshi. I don't know if you know them.
Yeah, man.
He used to man like Daniki and Culture Knox and all these bridging. But these guys are cultural guys, guys. First time I go to Japan, it was them who brought me to Japan also
Okay.
under their production. Yeah. Went to Japan and UK. And after Korean production, it goes on and on till I ended up in Europe doing. But remember, my first album, it's called Keep Your Joy. My first album that I recorded was in the States.
It was in the States you recorded your first one.
Yes, with one bridging called Billy Summers.
Mhm.
Yeah, and after, as Mr. Vikings production come, then when I went to England, I met one man named Jah Warrior.
Mhm.
Another bridging again, we do an album with Jah Warrior again, me, Loot and Fire. And then as I said, just keep growing. And it's like, 'cause remember Marcus Garvey said, a man without knowledge is like a tree without leaf and root and everything we're thinking of. So I mean, people, they saw something in us. Yeah. Because remember, we wasn't glorified God. I don't have nothing with people who listen. Ones who glorify God, it's fine with me. That's you. But for me, I'm a family. Them do please. Me no like that thing there.
That's not your thing.
But I don't deny one's concept or how they see things. I will say, okay, boss, respect that. So you see your thing, but you more your respect for me thing or me see me thing. We don't have a problem. There's no problem. You understand that?
There's space for everybody to do their thing. It's just this is your thing and that's their thing.
And there's another line again where you say there's a time for everything. So I mean, it's like, I don't know if it's because it's war going on, why the younger youths are the Corona artists, them kind of the Corona them artists are busting up. Them start, I mean, go. Even my son, I take up this thing to, I said to him, say, oh, that's why I do that thing at the right way, Bubba. Yeah. 'Cause if we don't correct them, we have to wait till the man already reach way down in the pit and the pit go close. And then we have to say, Jano, after this can come and fight again. Man, not done. You understand me? I mean, we have to know. And I mean, as me say, me personally, we don't want individual or ones and ones to bash the youth them. You know why? I'll tell you why. They're doing this thing because they don't know. And when ones don't know, remember, it's each one teach one. And greater David, greater son. So it's like someone should correct them and don't just sit back and you sit back and you're cursing something or someone and you don't vent your opinion. You know what I said? Like, you can't go easy, you can't, I said. But I mean, as me say, our old people in Jamaica, I say, when I bed, when I dashless. So we don't give up on them,
Yeah.
King, we don't give up on them because we see a lot of brethren who change. You know what I say? Because we believe in them, and we know, sir. Them still growing. Because most of these youth right now who you see out there singing, they are very young. So it's like the fever that's still in them, they get out of them yet. So,
But remember, when you guys came into the game too, you guys were young. Remember, you told me you seen Sizzla go in his uniform come into David House. You guys were young too, but the times are different.
Right, but listen now, it's the kind of people we went around. Remember now, a cultural people we go amongst, and the man, the Rasta man, them we go amongst, We have say Rastafari. We have say Selassie. We have Sure Love. We have say, you understand me? So, I mean, that's the energy you're going to get.
Mhm.
That's the vibe you're going to leave with. You know, so, I mean, I'm still saying, them youth, it's just time, you know, and them will understand. But we still have to vent and say to them, say, yo, change up the thing to and
Mhm.
get it on a level because it creates, remember, you know, everything, when you go out there in the world and you see people sing our song like line by line, is what we say they're singing.
Mhm.
And then, you know, it goes to something that they adapt because they always think people see us as their mentor, for example.
Mhm.
So if Jah Mason says something, it's real. Even if we go say something bad in a thing, them are going to say, yeah, man, Jah Mason say it, man. So we are going.
It's
So
real.
we don't want that happen.
Mhm.
So we want to do the right thing. So when people adapting things, they adapting the right thing and it can take you to the right place and not to the wrong place or to do the wrong things. It takes you to the right things, to do the right things.
Makes total sense. Before, because I want to go through some of your songs too before we even get out of these songs here. Which one came? Okay, Keep Your Joy. All right, that's one of my personal favorite Jah Mason songs right there. All right, how
When
did you
them time
even
I
come
got
up with
to
that song?
struggle and thing.
Mhm.
When I do that song, then I tell you something. You know, some of that popping, and I don't have no shoes, kid. And a man see me I walk the street like lion foot and a man feel like, oh, I choose my Rasta man when I do that. But then it's like, me, I say, name I watch that thing. Like a man create that thing that kind of work. A man a priest say, yeah, I'm a lion foot in my chat, but I couldn't appear a pair of shoes that time that I couldn't afford a pair of shoes. And
Mhm.
the way I was thinking back then, I've learned myself to be self-sufficient, non-dependent.
Mhm.
You understand? My name want a man rid of, you know, when a man say, go on like you have it. And me, that cannot king. Yeah, so them time that man I say, them really think, no, it's not because I wanted to do that. Although it's the way of the life I live. You know me, I say we can't go anywhere when I worship material things, but I was, you know, doing what I had to do. You know, just true me no want to ask for one or make a man know say, yo, I know say, Jah Mason have the money for buy a pair of shoes or yeah, man, I do that for a couple of years, man.
And
Because
this was
after a
before
while,
you got the
listen,
hits.
man. Yeah, man, before me get the hits, man. No, the time I was in process
Hmm.
of recording, but me I go studio, me I walk to studio, I reach out a puppy and I'm not having no shoes. Nobody, it wasn't no way or nothing to anyone. They was like, in their mind, they're like, yeah, man, the Rasta man, they must follow my chat.
Hmm.
But I want name and know, say, that Jamaica couldn't even afford a pair of shoes. Because, you know, when you take up this life that you choose to live, which is the right life,
Hmm.
maybe your family disagrees with you, and the people who used to support you within your family, they turn their way because they must say, hey, I lock some grow up. Understand me? Remember one time my mother, when I just grew my locks in a kid,
Hmm.
and time my name a turban up here now. Just I go, it's not, I look wild and I want. Remember one time my mother come to Jamaica and give me something, because she always give me money in an envelope. And my mother look for me, turn her head so because she say, turn yourself in that. But after a while, she have to do say, she birthed me and I am your son and nothing else changed. This is the person you birthed and this is what it is. So you have to just accept me for what I am.
Hmm.
You understand me? I say, when you see the love now between me and my mother is unconditional. It's like, it's larger than life. And my family, my brother and my sister, them, because there's 5 of us, and me are the eldest one, But the love is more, it's unconditional, as I would say. So I mean, it's not what people want for you. It's what you want for yourself.
Mhm. Just
Two
like
of
that.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
because me could have depart from all of them things that were my mother teach me or that I was raised around her with, like the farming thing and all them things. But I think that's it. Me see, Corona come and me not tour for, I'm gonna go on tour for almost 3 years.
Mhm.
And I survived from my farm, like better than going on a tour. You believe that?
That's wild.
Yeah, because we plant all these necessary things, like as my parish is called the breadbasket parish. 'Cause you know we respond to the season and everything, the scale and the time, the tomato, the onion, the sweet pepper, you name it, we claim it.
Mhm.
Understand what I say? And in the corona, me see it was a joy for me. You see, when I drive alcohol, God profit them, I know some carrot, beer, vegetable in the back of my car, and I can't tell them and say, oh, my farm, this come and find it. I don't buy it in the market. I know. You understand me? A joy. And I also go medicinal also. So you know the additional.
Mhm. Like that. We're
Understand?
gonna do. Let's a couple more songs. Don't worry. We're gonna get into the farm. Don't worry. All of that is here. It's just these songs I want to get through here. Another big song again. But this is somebody I spoke to last week. You recorded this song for Robert French. Hard. All right. Hard Mama
One of
Work.
my
How
one
did
of
you
my
come up with that? And
mentor.
how did you link him?
That's the same vibes we just reason on. I mean, like hard mama work.
Mhm.
Me see how my mother work hard for I and I. Because you know it was strange.
Mhm.
My sister, she was the one who was going to the high school. And me, my sister go in the morning and I was on evening shift because I was in the secondary school. I was on the evening shift. When my sister go to school, in the morning I go to the other school to sell some cupcakes and things like that and da. And then sometime I used to go to the market to sell some brooms and all these things
Mhm.
to inherit money, to create money for my mother and my sister them can all right and my brother them and my family and we can't eat because we don't want to, they want to think, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna come to ask or something. Sometimes my mother, we only have like sometimes we plant even potato. Sometimes I remember one time my mother cooked potato alone and nothing, not even butter or oil or nothing lucky. Got them things some boy can't talk them things because them don't know them kind of life. Nothing. I would just eat it and people in the morning. Let me tell you the next story. My school was near my house. And sometimes whenever I had lunch, and when I go to school, this is when I lunchtime, we just go back home and go and like me eat lunch and go back to school. And a boy, I don't know if I never eat my lunch.
Yeah.
Check that. So me I say King, so me I tell you say, me give thanks to Black Mother of Creation, which is my mother, Mother Earth.
Mhm.
Because all these things, these are those who've been through great tribulation, bro. So me right now, me not like you. If certain thing coming like nothing to me, because it's like, King, if you take this from me,
Mhm.
I've lost nothing. Because I know what it is not to have.
Mhm.
You hear that speech there? So I don't know what a man can take from me right now to make me feel like, or you know what I say? Because let me tell you, all we need to do now, all we need is love, King. We need more divineness. We need back with authentic love, King. We need back with connection. We need back with African raw material way of life, where we connect with people. And you know what I say? Because you know back then, that we lose, we lose the authentic power, I think that's why I love nine of the people, man. You know? It's the Chinese made love is going on now. You know, everything we call, anything we fake, we call the Chinese made. It's the Chinese made love are going right now. And a man Him will fake it. And, you know, the things is not the way it seems. But we need but this real authentic thing. Because when I talk about Africa, I know him I talk about. Because when I say Africa, authentic power, a telepathical communication. You know what I say? So we lose all these things because mankind don't live clean no more. We don't wake up and send morning and get something there to a friend them or neighbor. We start. And that's how we start the enemy king, you know. When you cannot make a connection with one who's close to you.
Mhm.
Cause, oh, what kind of life we live over can wake up and see a neighbor or can say good morning. Good morning. Even that alone, we don't want nothing else. We're not making a cup of tea. That is a cup of tea here. Good morning. That's the biggest cup of tea.
Go start your day. Whole lot of vibes.
So I'm saying, because we don't do these things or exercise these, the way of life, the right way of life, we lose our authentic power. Like, for example, I can remember my mother's phone number in the US from I was a little boy. From I was 10-year old, my mother had the same number in America. Same address and then something there.
Mhm.
So I know them number from them time there. I never used to have phone them time there. So, cause me is not really a gadget person. But I'm just saying, the way things are going now with the youths them and us as a people, we tend to lose connection because we don't. The thing is not like back then, as we tell you, keep using that line. Back then, I know it's different because we don't get up and say good morning. I want to say good night. I want to say, nowadays, the man them not even pray, king. Enough man no business about that. Coming up business where a man a pray to or what, but we have to give thanks to whatever you giving thanks to or whoever. Yes, because me have to give thanks to the universe to keep me alive, king. Coming out wake up a morning, Jack. Coming a response to this thing, yeah. I don't mean response to this, king. I'm a create a response to this way you see me having. I mean just aware that thing, you know, that skin and them something, you know. Me not have nothing to do with it, king. So whether a man want to think me crazy or me attack, gibberish, have it your way. But me personally, I'm not responsible for Mason. My creator does. Or my creators. If there were more than one creators, because I couldn't answer that, but we don't say my creator or my creators, them response to this thing I want me in, where them put me in. So me have to pay my dues and give thanks and ask them to guide me again. So you're next, you know, time out of the thing again before we jump out of this thing.
For sure. Even we're speaking about hard mama work. How did you link with Robert French in the first place?
You know, so I said Beres Hammond around the summer meet Robert French. Yeah, around the summer meet Robert French. And tell me, so, yo, shoot, like your voice, you know, I have a rhythm to you, and don't know, them time them take care of me, because them give me a piece of cheese to record and then something there. But as I said back then, I didn't understand. I never overs the business, but we do give thanks because it was a learning process and everyone has to go through this, you know? Or if you don't go through it, somebody's going through it for you until you have to go through it. You check it? Yeah, because certain things, as an artist, you have to know also. You can't have people and know the things you have to say, yeah, man. You know, most artists like a thing then, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do the thing for me. Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing for me. Even my manager, them, and my agency, them, or me work with, I am more, oh, I would say this now. For example, somebody can call me for a show, and I pull off the thing neater than how them would have pull it off. I can't touch more money than when them are touching me. No joke. Well, that's another thing. I'm just explaining to you, like, how I see I govern than from someone who govern my thing or who is likely to be responsible for me as an artist.
Got you
Yeah,
100% there.
because you see the thing gone to a next level now, because we not only just go up on stage and go sing, because remember, we have a duty to, So more time I have to cut out performance and speak to my people and make them know, say, hey, I want to job on a socks and then sitting there and getting on myself, And start teaching and pick them and friend them and the people them around and some sitting called here. Little bit from this, when we know they're around here, we youth them not gonna know nothing what to tell, so them pick me up. And the youth them not gonna know how nothing grow. And them not gonna know if it cook. Cause them time they are wall, they are gonna pay the wall and give you food, Cause that the life gone to know. Cause then a France, I see man pull up and push money in a wall and sit and drop food and drop up. Me said, no, I don't want that. I want to see who I cook my food and the thing there. So I mean, the thing is, we have to do what we have to do, but we have to maintain our dignity, our indigeneity, our original tradition, the way of life. Yeah, when I go, me personally, I go straight from that. I don't care where I am, what I'm doing. This I got always be a part of me.
For sure.
Yeah.
Got you 100%. There's two more labels that you did a lot of work with. All right.
Yeah.
I want to know how you connected with them.
Yeah.
In the Streets and Starchville. In the Streets was Byron Murray and Starchville Records. How did you connect with those two labels?
Murray, rest in peace, rest in power. My brother, in the past though.
Yeah, man. He was thing there. He was Vegas's manager. They were doing the work and all those stuff there.
All right. Well, I linked with Murray when one man from Europe called Frenchie came to Jamaica. But back then, when the European come to Jamaica, them link the man in Jamaica and then I not disrespect no producers still, but some of them work like a middleman. You know what I mean? So that was the way I linked with Murray. I was working for Frenchie and I was working for Murray. And, it's nothing I regretted. But, guys, sometimes when we speak, we have to know how we say what we say. Because if me I got quarrel now, so me should I get certain amount of whatever from them or those producers. But then we should have correct that thing there. And then when I rate it reach now, I got try correct it. But we give thanks to everything and the strength, because everything I do and every song I sing, it's my work. Same way, it's me who perform my songs and it's me who is gonna benefit from it. As I say, people look on it different, like them say, oh, other people are benefit. I know for them song, King. It's my song. Every song I sing, we can sing it over back and I own it, But I don't want to be that kind of guy in this thing like me. I don't try be a corrupted brother. Them live, man. You know what I mean? I mean, when you learn. I mean, that was then, this is now. So. Yeah, man, Murray, he did his part and he was at Woodwood. That's one of my biggest albums also in the streets. Yeah, man.
And even Star Trail.
Yes, I did some work with Star Trail also because I did it. Another big collaboration, me, Richie Spice, and Spanner Banner. Trust me, yeah, man, I'm here, it's a joy, and Star Trail was like, he's like a mentor to me because a lot of knowledge pertaining to Bobo Shanti. I got it from them because they were like the main people in the Bobo camp who had access to the theoretical part of the thing. Because I know the practical is normal, but the theory, the educational part of it, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, life goes on. You know what I mean? I say, Jah bless all the universe, bless all of those people who play a part in my thing,
Mhm.
you know, um, and believed in me. You know, Jah bless them. You know, I mean, I have no regret or no remorse or nothing. Jah Mason not a ball about, that man never did do the thing good. All right, that was then, you know, true, we never know it, all right. Good. Now we are dealing now. Approach me now, and then we do that thing.
For sure. Because then now it's like you went through the 90s, you did your stuff early 2000s, but it's like, remember, there was two, as we were speaking earlier, there was two real Rasta movements, that mid 90s, and then again
Yes.
that early 2000s, and then you
Yep.
came back in this early 2000s with Princess
Yep.
God and took it to them, because now
Yeah,
you have
man.
like Fontan Moja, Turbulence, I Wayne, so much, you guys, and you're now in this
Definitely.
link here. How do you find that song, Princess God now? Because that is
Yeah.
basically your signature song.
All right, so Princess Gone is a reality song, you know.
Mhm.
You know, me have a woman live with a me had, you know, a girl by that time with them. She a woman singer, yeah, but you know, like me go US.
Mhm.
And when I come back, it's like she look on some jealous vibes. You know them really? And when I come back, you know, so she cut up the whole of my shoes and my things them kid. And just left a note on the door and fly out and gone back. Oh, therapist.
Mhm.
Yo, Jah, we gotta tell you. But that was like, you know, everything is for a reason. Yeah, everything is for a reason. And that was how I inspired to write that song. Come on, I'm oh my God, and them sitting there. You have to write a song about that place. Oh, this.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause me never gonna take it to our next way, like me I go fight her, I'm not gonna do certain things. Cause she dance, come about her business, what me I gonna do? The best thing me can do for make up that I fix back that instead of sing a song and make some more money.
And that right there turned into one of your biggest monster hits
Yep.
to this day. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Who did you record the song for?
Roland McDermott.
Mhm.
He's tough guns engineer.
Mm.
Because you know, there's a story to that song because Roland was the person. No, it wasn't Roland, it was Chris.
Mhm.
Chris was supposed to record me, and I was recording that song for Chris for another producer called Bullpuss.
Mhm.
It's like Bullpuss hear the song and say, yeah, man, I like that song, man. But Rolly hear it, and then Chris I say, Rolly say if you record this song, what Bullpuss I say, him not like, man, this already me, and I say, eh? I said, well, no, what they really me not kidding man. I said, yo, from that, and the man I tell me, say, if I hit this device and all this, and I say, hey, me no, but me no know one year, it come, never get a number 1 year. Yeah, but you don't know, you know, every song where you do a number one, and there's, oh, you approach the thing with it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have the right folks around you working with the right people, etc., etc., etc.
Because at this time, you've been in the business at least over 10 years at this time here before you got that first
Yeah,
number.
man. Yeah, man. Definitely. Definitely. I was in the business over 10 years and all that. So,
Mhm. So how did it feel to now get this massive hit where it's not just like a hit in the streets or a hit somewhere else? This is now your
no, man, a
global hit.
worldwide thing, man. Everywhere
Mhm.
going, places that I go in the world, I'm amazed myself. Like even last 4 months, I was in the Indian Ocean, like La Reunion, Mayat, some French places, and you know, I talk some places near to Australia, and I talk about you know, far down the place there.
Yeah.
Yes, and when you go there and you sing it, people singing with you, people know the song. It was well promoted. It was, you know what I'm saying? Because biggest fan base in the world of France, you know that.
I know. Listen, what two places that I know you control? It's France and Trinidad. Those are your two stomping grounds when it comes to Jah Mason. You understand?
Yeah, man. And other places also too. I mean, like it's Africa, it's Africa loves when I come to Africa.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why thing there? Why France of all places is where your biggest fan base is?
I'm gonna be honest with you. You see, back then in the 90s,
Mhm.
a lot of French journalists used to come to Jamaica to do interviews because back then there was no Facebook, never did it, and then there, never did it, no, they would not, never did it. So a book, there was magazines. They come, they take picture with you, and they, you know what I'm saying? You're the next. You're coming in the edition 26 or edition 27. You understand me? So it's like every year somebody used to feature me in France.
Yeah.
I remember now, you said France have a big Caribbean, how you would say, fan base.
Okay.
Like you have Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guyana, you name it. You know what I mean? People from all over. It's the only country I go and see such a vast amount of black people also.
Okay.
And French people, they love Jamaica. Let me explain this to you. They do love Jamaica. Right. And they love the vibes.
Mhm.
Yes. So, I mean, it's not like the rest of Europe don't, but France, they have a special love for Jamaica. Yeah. And for cultural part, because as I say, them a vast amount of black people, and the black people, them when them hear man like Jah Mason and Capleton and certain man sing, yeah, them can recognize it, them understand the cry.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're immune to that cry. They know it. Yeah, I'm telling you, them line them I say, yeah, that's so like when we are cry for freedom. Because remember, you see, what most people in Jamaica don't understand, that's why they don't take this thing serious, and that's why some of the youth them gone away under frock and then something because the way Capleton, Sizzla, Butcher Banton, Jah Mason,
Mhm.
the way we sing, that's what these African people say. Oh, that's the cry. You know, it's like something about it. That's the way we did this. That's what we did. Remember, them say we were slaves, and that's how the slave. This how we cry our way out of slavery by singing. As remember, when the slave master whip him and them on the thing, king, them did a sing too, and that lick not stop away from singing.
Hmm.
They come like, you make me sing more. Deviate all that beat me, make me sing more and more. You make me sing. All when the man that dead, he must sing, king.
Hmm.
So imagine, so these people, when they see brethren and sisters like us in Europe, these black folks, they remember. We are a reminder. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't speak the language, but it's when them hear the song and the melody or something, because even me, I don't speak most of the African language, but we know our things, But when me hear some of the man them sing, me personally hear the cry also.
Mhm.
I don't even know what they're saying, but it's a cry.
Remember, music is a energy, it's a vibration, it's totally different because a lot of look, if you're going to France, you're singing in Africa and a lot of these places that aren't English speaking countries, and they're understanding, and on top of that, they're singing word for word. Clearly, this is a vibration even bigger than you, the artist, bigger than the musician. It's a big thing, music.
Definitely. Definitely.
You get it there. All right, you
Yes,
got
sir.
Princess Scott. What was it like the first time you went to even Trinidad? Now, I know that's another place you got to hold on
Yeah,
to.
man. That's how when my head kind of chip when I got it, because me myself, I was surprised because I went on stage. I legit was keeping this big concert in Savannah Park, King, and the park was so crowded. You know what's the name of the concert?
What's it?
Icons in concert. I didn't even know I was an icon. Listen up. Jah Mason, Beanie Man, and Buju Banton King. That up. At the first time, Buju Banton tell me, say, the first time I talk to Buju Banton, Buju Banton sends to me and said, tell the artists to come to my room. So I go around there. And yo, when the man them call me for stage king, rain or fall, you know. And I never, you see, from me say, yo, my prince. Me never say nothing more. The people them just start sing. That's what the world saw. And then I can go on tour and I say, my princess, it does do so. And the people them sing the rest of it. Yeah, that's where it all started, Trinidad. Yeah, man.
Big. You said a name there. Eiley Dread. You were working with Kings of Kings for a bit too.
Yes. I work with it. I even recorded for Kings of Kings when I'm there. Yep.
Because they're a thing there. They were based in Jamaica, but they were also based in Canada.
Definitely.
You remember your first time out here?
In Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2001 or 2002. I think it was 2002. But we had some problem with the promoter and blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And you know how that goes on. You know, sometimes when we don't do the thing the right way, problem arrive like, not violent problem, but, you know, artists won't perform, like the promoter doesn't do certain things, and et cetera. But we understand it and we got over it and we were still happy. You know what I mean, sir? And, yep.
And you're doing your thing. So then now all of this is going on. When did you decide to actually, or do you ever leave farming to pursue music and then get back to farming? How did that go?
No, so the two of them have to balance them one another. Come like farming is the battery of the music. You know, like the phone is the music and the farming is the battery. So if I take out the battery out of the phone doesn't work.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that is gonna. Both of them go together. So if you unplug any one of them, everything will just stop. So it has to.
They need each other.
They need each other. They go with each other. Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you plant and farm?
When I say basic things, that's how we speak. Scallion, thyme, and tomato, onion, and sweet pepper, we call that basic things. And like melon and those things, that's like not, they're short-term crops. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
seasonal.
Yes. So them they always there. Like me, it's a joy when I'm in the house and my kids like when I cook. So I tell them, yo, Johnny, go and go jar some scallion and cut some thyme and carry one sweet pepper, come and carry 2 tomatoes to one. I said, Daddy, and I say, yes, you're lucky, so that the market, you go feed it. Yeah, that's it. But, it's a joy, man. Them love it because them do it, cards. Them have to practice this thing too. And let it grow so they can hand it down to their generation. Because we don't want 10 years from now, some kids even in Jamaica, believe it or not, they don't know how a watermelon or a carrot is grown. You hear me? I say, King, just like in Europe and certain places, them people that don't know how nothing grow. Because this is my duty now. I want these people out here in the world to prepare, because they are going to feel it wicked and we. Because remember, say, out there, so you know which day. They have about 4 different kind of weather out there, so winter, autumn, summer, spring, however them call it. I don't know how them do them thing, but yeah, this. Try to let the youth them know. But yeah, we can do a little thing for ourselves also, even if you don't have like land states, because they have new era of farming.
Vertical.
Yeah, and you have people that are underwall farming. Like you create it on your wall and you get the earth and you have your container and you can, if you go to a supermarket, if you go want tomato tree, if you want tomato on the tree, why you would want to go to the supermarket? So why did you grow it? because you go in the supermarket to buy things that is grown by those people out there who try to control your food, control your stomach. Understand me? So it's like we have to eat healthy. And when it comes to food thing, you have to think about health wise, you know, and think about your family. Because me, I mostly go organic.
Mhm.
Yeah, cause not control with it. We not go we don't buy no certain thing, you know, thing. We don't want no whole person to choke on our food. No, cause when me I grew up, I never used to see my mother buy no fertilizer and them sitting and all these things.
So
So
your fruits and veggies come back at a proper size, not at a super big size where all of these things come back at a
no, sir.
natural size.
No, in Jamaica we call it but they do the water thing. When you see them big and flugger, so they do the water grow them. Cause me got there it is now. Me got the supermarket, you know, king. I when me going to the supermarket, I noticed they have Jamaica food as Jamaica product as local. I know you know see the big one then, and you see some big Irish potato big so. I see to water grow them in a king for never knowing no disrespect. Them thing that we say big so big and done so. Different out that thing them I use and I do the thing. So you wanna we have to just get back to our organic way of life. And that's like your food is your medicine. You see me that? So we have to just go and do what we do like call like me, you know, every minute me call Jamaica and come here some man I herbs to me. And me not upon a joke thing. So come on when me reach out Jamaica, me say the same thing what me usually say. Me no want to go there and me say you one time, we have to go drive down man big like jumps and I hope that's I run this. No. I can't do them thing and they for interview and when we reach out Jamaica, me and my friend them come visit me and them something that me I drop up, me I carry me. No, I forgot to do that thing there. Me used to have a thing when a day with Jah Mason on the farm. People from Europe or boat fly in and come link and come see where I do the thing. Like first hand. Connected. That's the thing again. When you plant the food and you have a connection with the earth, it's more soul food, not all food. Because the connection, you know me I said that you touch it yourself and you touch earth and you mingle with earth. The food tastes sweeter than how you even expect it to taste. Because I mean you're connected, it's not no machine a plant the thing and you and me. But in the US and some place and them place that me I tell you about how them do that thing. Man, man do not some machine I run and I do these things and then it not have no nature thing connected to it or no human being connection. So it's like, you know,
It's missing. It's lacking the nutrients, the energy, the vibe, the vibration. You know what I mean?
That is it. That I want to talk about. Yeah.
And especially now, 2022, 2021, farming is so much more important, especially we just went through the pandemic. We're still going through it now. A lot of food processing plants got burnt down, food shortages all over the place.
I'm telling you,
but you need farming.
I hear a lot of people say, oh, the pandemic slow with them, but all you have to say, it has taught me a lot. And I've gained a lot from it because then I say, oh, this is what I was always talking about all the time. If Babylon go lock up your stuff on the store in the supermarket, then if you're not farm, then you'll be a big problem. Yeah, man, come and see that. We witness that. We witness supermarket. You only can go there. Because me, them they give me one time when the corona bus out, they tell me, say, to my last name is Johnson. Them I say, the day of the J, Thursday, people them with the J can come. Johnson, all the name them with. Yo, I tell you, say, the thing are the terrible little my lad. But who don't learn nothing from it? I mean, maybe they might forget to back over corona again. Sorry.
And tell me what you learned, because it was, if you didn't learn anything in the almost 3 years that we've been dealing with this, you wasted your time right now, boss.
No, but I learned that self-sufficiency is the key. And I mean, that's what I've been saying, I've been doing. And people tend to, like, I would say they think it's an easy lot, but instead them like it that way. You know, people, even nowadays, even the youth, them at Jamaica. One now and they're not cooking, and young ladies don't know and they're not cooking no more. Them rather order something from the fast place. You know, but then it's not healthy. I'm not lick out on nobody's food or nothing, but anything where you have to, what them call fast food, for me, that is the last food. So, you know what I mean? Preparing the thing yourself or your ways, I think is the best way. Yeah.
It makes sense because I'll tell you the trick with it. When we're in the height of the pandemic, and I've actually seen people could actually order like food straight to their house and all those stuff in Jamaica. That to me, that was almost mind blowing because originally, Jamaica's a place, if you're going to order food, it might be a KFC or something, but I mean, all type of food people order. So hold on, nobody's cooking no more, boss?
No, you should have said it. Nobody has a backyard to go to take something from the garden, or I mean, what were we doing all this time? Jamaica, where we used to. It's like we start live back we want, because the people them get tricked by the television because we want to live like other people in the other part of the world, where robot and them sit there carry food come get it. So I mean, well, for us know, I mean, do the right things and make our family eat healthy, and you know what I mean. So, cause all of them girls the way you hear them, I say them have fibroid and all them things that the food and them thing that do them thing and that. All of the sickness them what we have, we get it from food. Cause
Food makes you sick, and food could cure you. It's the same thing,
same way.
Get it? Listen, we were talking earlier about the trapper songs and the scamming, but I'm not sure if you've heard. But I think it was yesterday it came out that they're banning all trapper music and all scammer music on the radio in Jamaica. Is that something you agree with? You like it? You disagree? What do you think about that?
Well, honestly, I wouldn't agree to ban them. Like, I mean, as I said, you can give the youth them a second chance, because they're a human being. And it's like somebody did something and goes to the court. You understand me? So I mean, what they should do is like, all right, we're going to a chance now, I'm going to change over on the life or try to say something different. But you don't just do away with people like that. We are here to correct people. Now, be honest with your team. We are here to correct somebody when they are incorrect. So, who is correcting us? You can't just tell somebody say, "Oh, I'm gonna put you on the gallows." You can't. I mean, to me look at it because you have to think again. Because it's then you there. All of them will do them song they were violent and all of that. Them have a family to feed too. Yes, and them have bills to pay. And so I mean, it's like we should deal with that issue another way. And there are ways how we can approach those kind of things. You know what I mean? So I mean, for me, banning it like that, like it's not. No, I don't think it's appropriate for me. I wouldn't say yes. I wouldn't vote for them for that.
So, okay, so then this is the second part of this question here now. In 2022, how important is the radio opposed to somebody watching it on YouTube, streaming it, going into a dance and hearing it, buying it on the CD? Is the radio still that impactful that it's going to impact what people are doing, or that almost doesn't even matter at this point right now?
No, that no matter at this point right now, because the social media is bigger than the radio, to be honest with you. The radio is optional right now. Nobody named my to listen radio. I'll be honest with you. Them listen radio, but them just listening to cars. There is a area FM or there's a whatever station it is. But everyone is using everything comes in the hand right now. Yeah, the handy. Yeah, so I mean, saying it again, there are other ways and means how we approach these brethren and these system to change from violent to non-violent. And because you have to correct people in you don't just see me make a mistake and then you judge me and you do away with me. It's unfair. It's very unfair. Because try and remember that it's from this thing don't start today. From I grew up, them do everything then, but why they let it slide all those times? What happened now? What's the deal now? Is it too much for the society, or is it too much for the government, or what does it? You know what I'm saying? So for me personally, I keep on meeting with them before me even bring up a band argument. You know what I mean? I say, all right, all these artists, because there must be certain artists that you're complying to. You understand me? I said that. So I mean, what me would I do? We would have sent for these people individually and keep a press conference like universally. So the press can have a say and the outside folks would call in also and voice their opinion. We don't just, it's like a court. You don't just look at someone and you do away with them because they made a mistake, or because me say when I'm dead, that's record, the youth them can't come change them, man. Enough time here, man, got them better and wake up and say, whoa, at church, me there, and I said, now that man, I did that kill, and I chop off a man head in that song yesterday. And so that's why we don't do away or give up on them. Because a man can go whisper in a Skeng ears and tell him, say, yo, Skeng, no more, I allow that. And yo, come over that side. So, I mean, them young and them have the mind space have a lot of space here too for other things. So, let's see. Where do we go from here?
Makes sense. You see, okay. I got another question for you. You said that thing there. When you got to David House and stuff, it was Jah Cure and all those people that you met there. Jah Cure, you were linking with him. He went to jail the first time. He came out. He had changed. Now Jah Cure, right now, as we're having this conversation, Jah Cure is sitting in jail again. All right. What are your thoughts about Jah Cure?
Jah Cure must have just wake up there now, man. In that jail. I mean, that's my thought. I mean, we cannot deny that or run from that. My thought is he should have made more control. He should have been more controllable over his action or whatever they say he does. You know what I'm saying? If he does it. But although him saying do it, so I mean, hey, yeah. You should be more controllable over it then. Maybe things would have ended up the way it ended up. You know what I'm saying? Because normally, if a man's supposed to give me more money when I go on a show, and I'm tell you this, and I'm have to give me my money, because I'm not go on the stage, so I'm not leave the hotel yet till the year some money collect, So me work, everywhere me go. I'm not really want no argument with nobody. When I come to sing, I sing. I want to go there and not worry about nobody give me the next little piece of food and all that. No, I don't want that. I want just to do my job and deliver to my fans them and my next event. So I mean, it's like, because we wasn't there, we don't know what went on, but as far as we heard, I mean, Cure as a singer and as a role model, we should have, I remember when I said, brother, make a bit. Well, you don't know, we live and we're learning on. Me hear enough man I say, this one, it could happen to anyone else. No, it couldn't happen to me. No, I'm not really so. Coming in business with you, because even if you want my money, we do a home, I go get it from you. Even if you not give me, even if I say it happen, I'm going to come to this store, I'm still if you get more money and you don't give me. Me know if you take care of it, man, because my lawyer and them something there, him I go talk to, man, or her. That me think. And then me I will get more than that what me think what me are. You understand me? So, you know, just
It's one of
that
those
like
things here.
it really hurt me, man. Hurt me heart kind of.
Listen, I got one last question here before I get you out of here. All right. You've been doing music from early 90s. 91,
Yes.
you linked with Junior Reid and do these. We're in 2022 right now. When would you say has been the highest point of your career? And when would you say has been the lowest point of your career thus far?
Whenever I have a low yet, you know.
But okay, if you're going to have a high?
No, you know what
Okay.
I say that? If I tell you I have a low part of my career, I would be ungrateful. I would be like, not loving what Jah has done for me. Because I am blessed, Dada. Believe me. I might not be a billionaire or you understand me, but me, I am blessed. So me, I can't, if I complain, Jah will punish me, Dada. So me, as me tell you, me a Rasta, you know. So me give thanks to every moment that, because I know people in Jamaica right now who is big artists and they don't touch the money that I touch, even when I'm not doing shows. You understand what me I say, King? Because I mean, me put my name on the map already, you know. Me see, King, I've seen people flying me from Jamaica to Europe just to do dubs and production, brother. You understand me I say, King? And me personally, the way how Jah bless me, we got talk about now. I could have never come on the airwave or on a program or under nothing to say, yo, the industry has treated me unfair or no. This is what I'm doing. It's my life. It's my life. It's my faith. It's not all about money or material things. And we are blessed with all those things. You know what I mean? I'm not rich, but I'm not suffering. I'm happy. You understand? I said that I'm too blessed to be stressed.
And that's what counts.
That is it.
Okay, so then when would you say has been the highest point so far?
The highest point of my career is in the corona. Whether I believe it or not.
Why you say that?
Because I wasn't singing and I was just making money. I never had to leave Jamaica. And it's like I'm on tour. My mama tell you that earlier because I put more, I had time to do more with the earth. And but something tell you some plant medicinal to when I kid. Is I open up playing on me, I do dusting here, I'm not playing. So me can't bad, me can't. Me don't know where suffering I go. You did not stop off from me place, King. You don't want to come round near me because me and it not agree. You understand what I said, Jamie? I'll be honest with you. That thing then not come near me because me know how to deal with it. You know? Yeah, man. Me, some people wonder, like, but this is me. Some people will tell you too, like, Jah Mason, that man, I saw them man, they move. Them man, they always have something where, because you know, me, that man is a youth. How should I say this now? When I started making money, I did the right things. Then, if that's what you want, that's the way I can explain it to you. I did what I was supposed to do, so I can live from what I've made already, because I put it into structures and buildings and you know the thing already, because you don't know we are building them and we think them and you know like a business there and a business there I mean, you will do what we have to do.
You did the right thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know, I can't complain, kid. Because Jah blessed me with everything, even the things that I never wanted, He blessed me with. You can't even imagine that. Even things I didn't even ask for.
Mhm.
So, I mean, we have to give thanks, you know what I'm saying, for the giving of thanks. Because we are blessed.
Yeah.
And life is the first blessings.
Mm.
And after life and all of those things, I mean, we say, me survive Corona and all of them, the things that with them said, all of the things that we to survive, we survive it. And we're here. And we're still happy. And, you know, because I'm not crying.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm still touring. People still asking for shows. So why would I be like, you know what I mean?
As you said, this right now, this conversation, it's not like you're in Jamaica, you know. You're in France right now. So clearly something is happening.
All right. There it
Listen,
goes.
before I get you out of here, the floor is yours. If there's anybody you want to big up, leave some contact information where they could check you out online, stream your music, check out your videos, anything. The floor is yours, 100% right now.
Yeah, man. I big up my family as you, John, man. My mother, we over there in the USA, and my brother and my sister, and me and my sister in Canada too, over Quebec. Big up ourselves, same way, yeah. Yeah, man, and you don't know anyone want to contact me pertaining to my farming things there. If you want vegetables for buy and them things, like when I find a record, me I steady a friend. And when you see me on the stage on the talk about the record thing, I don't know where to go find music. But me I telling you, so me I promote my farming things, then my things, then when me plant at Jamaica. I want the food. You know, contact me 3980782 and me I got the brain food to if you don't want it, me happy. To me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mason,
man. I play with them, but them know, man. Yeah, man.
Fire Mason, Jah
Yes,
Mason.
sir.
Thank
Yes,
you
sir.
so much for sitting down and having
Truly
this
great.
conversation with us today. You understand?
And it's truly blessed for me to use your platform to advertise whatever I do and my produce and my product.
Mhm.
And my who don't know me, them know say Jah Mason, River Nile. Yes. That's the thing there. So when I'm ready, you link me a River Nile. Who know the thing already know the thing. Yeah, so you who know it, you can tell your friend. And who don't know it, get to know it. You know how to link me. 1-876-398-0782. And a serious inquiry if you don't want nothing done, call me for it. Yeah, man, that's how we do it, man.
You understand? Family boss. Again, you have to big up Miss Stamp for making this
Yes,
conversation happen. Bigger up
Yeah, man, Miss Stamp.
100%.
All right, Miss Stamp, I'm a sister. Look how much things she is to me. I'm a sister, my mama, my mentor, my manager, my boss, the boss lady,
Mhm.
everything where you know, I'm a sister, everything. Just name it. Yeah, man. I'm a family, man. This lady
sure.
treats me like a mother, like a brother, like a, yo, you don't know.
You
Yes, Stamp.
understand?
Yeah, man, you know
Bigger
the
up
thing already.
100%.
Yeah, man, which is right, man.
You
That's a
understand?
must.
Let me
That is
give
a
you an
must.
outro and get you out of here. Because this conversation, another great conversation. You
It won't
understand?
stop. I'm telling you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.